What is up, my teammates? It's your leader, Caleb Barcelos, and I'm back doing a review. This is my first ever TV review, and it's on Psych. No, I'm not joking. That's the name of the show. Psych! If! Now, when the show ended, years later, they made movies. Psych the movie, Psych 2, Last You Come Home, and that one, I think all of them, actually, the show, the first movie and the second movie, they're all on Peacock, so if you have Peacock, you can check it out. And I am proud to say that I love the show, and I love the movies. I am a psycho. Not that kind of psycho. Not that kind of psycho! Okay, maybe I'm a little bit psycho. Now, James Roday, Dule Hill, Kirsten Nelson, Timothy Amundsen, Maggie Lawson, and Corbin Brenson is the main cast of the whole show. Now, James Roday plays Shawn Spencer, a fake psychic who has really good observation skills and can pick up small details other people can't really notice, and pretends he has psychic visions to solve crimes. And he's fooling the people of Santa Barbra Police Department into thinking he's really a psychic. And Timothy Amundsen, who plays Carlton Lassiter, he's always the stick in the mud, a jerk, kind of like Squidward, except he doesn't have a big nose or plays clarinet. And he never really falls for Shawn being a psychic. He's always kind of suspicious, like, are you really psychic? There's even that episode where he has a lie detector and tries to break Shawn into thinking he's a fake psychic. Now, I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, there's moments like that in the show. I think that was like season 6, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it was season 6 or 5. I don't remember. I just finished watching the show. Dule Hill plays Honeycomb Jones, and he... I love it when they do fake nicknames like that, so I wanted to do it. He plays Burning Guster. Yes. He plays Gus, and he's always kind of annoyed by Shawn sometimes. He's his best friend. Sometimes they're both boneheads. They fool around. It's a comedy. It's a crime comedy. So it's kind of like Monk, Mentalist, and you can, I guess you can compare it to Chips for police-based shows. It's like those three combined. Except Monk is about this guy who has obsessive-compulsive disorder. And The Mentalist, people easily compare Psych to Mentalist because of the whole fake psychic thing. Except The Mentalist came out after Psych, I believe. Yeah, I think people said that Psych is the knockoff. But I don't believe it because that show came out first. Anyways, I'm not talking about these shows. So, it did take me a while to remember some of these guys' names. James Roday I already know from A Million Little Things. He plays Gary. But I wanted to check out Psych because I kept seeing advertisements for it. I kept seeing advertisements for it everywhere. On my IMDb, every other person I look up on IMDb has been in Psych. Jane Lynch, Tim Curry. What's that guy's name? He played the thief. You guys remember, right? He's the art thief. He played him. Yeah, Pierre. That's his name. Not the actor, but the character. Pierre Desbro. Now, yeah, William Shatner was in here too. I'm surprised on how many guest stars were in here. Jella White, Kenan Thompson. It's surprising to me how many of these people have actually been in Psych, and I never noticed. It was just kind of weird, because I've never seen the show. I've heard of it a lot of times, and I heard it was funny. It was a funny show. It was one of the funniest. But I never saw it. I wanted to check it out. And oh my god, it's so funny. It is the funniest show ever. Just James Roday. Oh my god. I'm surprised people are not talking about this guy anymore. At least, like, not as much. James Roday is a really good actor. He's really funny in this. And he's really good at Million Little Things, which is a new show. There's a new episode coming out today with him in it. But people are not talking about him as much. Like, if I was to say Denzel Washington, you guys know who that is. If I was to say Chris Pratt, you know who that is. If I said James Roday, you guys are probably scratching your heads wondering who that is. He's not mentioned as much as, like, some other actors. And he really deserves to be talked about more. I want him to be more popular. Psych is a really good show. It's a popular show, but James Roday is rarely heard about. In fact, Dule Hill is rarely talked about, and he's really funny in this. I love the way they scream, ah! You know, it's funny because when you have moments like that in the show, it feels like it's bad acting, but it makes me laugh. I don't care. It's cheesy on purpose. It's a comedy. You know, you're expecting it to be a comedy. But more about it. Yeah, I really like the show. It's funny. Really, just check it out. What are you guys doing up there? I don't know if you guys heard that, but I'm living underneath another apartment. I live downstairs, and people upstairs make a lot of noise, and that really takes me off. If. Okay. So, yeah, there's also some things about the show, kind of like nitpicks. Not dislikes, but kind of like nitpicks. There's moments in the show where I feel like they kind of jump the shark a little bit with ideas. An example is like there's an episode where they go to court and Shawn Spencer is solving a case involving a green screen, people doing the weather, and people are making out, implying, I guess, having sex underneath the camera to not see. And there's a murder that takes place underneath the camera. That was like a season 1 episode. Then there's another episode in season 8 where they kind of did the same thing. The green screen, the murder, the style of it, it feels the same thing, and I feel like I've already seen an episode like this. They just kind of repeated this. And not disliking the episode, I just kind of dislike the idea of like, they couldn't think of another episode. I don't know, I'm just saying, like, I don't know if they ran out of ideas or not, but yeah. I think it's a great show overall. The one thing I never really caught on at first was the pineapples. Not that kind of pineapple. Yeah, doggone it. Okay, yeah, that kind of pineapple, I guess. But yeah, Shawn Spencer has a thing for pineapples, and every episode there's a hidden pineapple. 2 things I have a theory for. 1, maybe like the whole pineapple hidden in the background is just a running gag on set, because in the first episode, James Roday gets a pineapple off camera. It's like, should I slice it up for the road? And then it just cuts to another scene. It felt random and out of place, and I didn't understand the joke at all, and it sort of became a running joke. 2, I guess, you know, again, he just has a thing for pineapples. It's like his favorite food. But I just wish it was kind of explained a little better. Not giving my personal notes or anything. Not babysitting the writers for this. I'm just saying, if I was making a show like this, I would have had it where, in the first episode, where Shawn's a kid and his dad are in the diner having lunch and he wants dessert, like a cake, it should have been like a pineapple upside down cake, you know what I mean? It kind of explains like why he likes pineapples as a kid and as an adult. It's like a throwback to his childhood. It would have been explained a little more better, I guess, if the pineapple upside down cake was like his favorite dessert at that time, and we're learning throughout that he just loves pineapples now. So the whole like, should I slice it up for the road, feels random. I'm not disliking the pineapples in the show. I think it's funny sometimes when I see pineapples now, because 1, he either drinks a pineapple smoothie, he has a pineapple in the fridge, he gives pineapples as like a housewarming gift sometimes with a bow on it. It is funny when they do stuff like that, but again, the first time I saw him encounter pineapple feels random, and it was just like thrown out there. It wasn't like a throwback to him as a kid, which I guess it should have been, but I don't know. It's just a really good show. The acting is phenomenal. It's just a really funny show. The writing, Steve Franks, oh my god, Steve Franks did an amazing job writing the show. It's such a unique and original idea for a show. And again, I think The Mentalist came out after, right? Let me know in the comments. I don't remember. But, my god. Guys, it's just as funny as like The Office. I'm not kidding. I don't want to make comparisons to other shows like The Office, because it's not comparable. It's like apples and oranges. But the comedy, the like my style of comedy, I kept watching Office all the way through because of the comedy. And I watched Psych all the way through because of its comedy. I just love their brand of comedy in Psych. So definitely check it out. It's really worth your time. If you're not a fan of like a crime comedy, this is definitely not for you, because that is pretty much it all the way through. It's a comedy that's crime based about a fake psychic. For my grading scale though, I'm going to make it a little different. It's not going to be an oh my Caleb. It's not going to be like anything fancy like that. It's going to be numbers. I'm going to give this 9.5 pineapples out of 10. What would make it a great 10 to me? I guess maybe some of the nitpicks I kind of talked about. But again, those are nitpicks. They're not really complaints. So, heck, ignore my complaints or nitpicks if you want. I'm just saying, I love the show. And I ordered the complete series to come to my house pretty soon for Christmas. And I want to unwrap it and relive the experience of Psych again, like next year, every once a year. I saw the musical too. There's a musical in this show. It's just the best thing ever. Normally, I'm not a fan of musicals, and I love it when they don't take things seriously. When they don't take themselves seriously either. The fact that they have a musical means it's just really funny. And I love the musical numbers in that. So, yeah, 9.5 pineapples out of 10. Check it out, guys. It's worth your time. Thanks for checking out my review. Click subscribe, become a teammate, click the bell icon. Leave a pineapple in the comments below if you love the show. Let me know if you've seen the show. Are you a fan? Do you love it? What's your favorite episode? What's your favorite season? Do you agree? Do you disagree with my analysis? Thanks for clicking on this video. And I'll see you next time. Peace out. Bye. Wait. I'm getting something. I'm sensing... I'm sensing this...